Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel, Karlie Paige. This is my space where I talk about all of my passions in life. Most of the time it is knitting, and today we are going to be talking about everything that I have saved on my first page of my Ravelry account. So what that means is you can favorite items on Ravelry, and if you're not familiar, Ravelry is a place for knitters and crocheters and even some macrame and other things like that, where you can save your favorite patterns, record all of your projects, and buy patterns as well. So we will dive into my first page of my favorited items and just go through and see some of the latest patterns that have caught my eye recently. So let's get into it. Okay, so we're on the first page of my favorited items on Ravelry here. Now there are quite a few, so I won't go through all of them, but I think we will just kind of pick and choose some of my favorites that I've found recently, and some that I hope to cast on pretty soon, or if not within the next year or so. So we will start with the Traveler, and this is Andrea Mowry's latest pattern release, so I'm sure a lot of you have seen it already. It is a gorgeous hoodie sweater version, and you can do a crew neck or one with a hood as well. It looks like it's just got some like pearl bumps in there to give it a really nice texture, and I loved the fit of it. I personally want to do the crew neck version. I don't like hoods so much because I just feel like really claustrophobic, and with like, if I had short hair maybe I think I'd like them, but hair always gets in the way. And it is used sport weight yarn. She recommends the Farmer's Daughter Fibers, Recollect Sport, or Ritual Dyes Sprite. It calls for US 5, US 4, and US 3 needles, and I don't know, something just like, I've just found this one this morning and saved it, and the crew neck version of it I just thought was really lovely, and the way that it's cropped, I could really picture myself wearing this one over top of dresses and skirts all year long, because that is one of my favorite looks. I don't like to wear pants. I only like dresses, and being that I live in a cold climate in Calgary, Alberta, Canada, I do have to layer sweaters and tights with dresses a lot of the time if I want to do it in spring, fall, winter. So this would be a staple item in my wardrobe, I think. Andrea is wearing one in black, which is just gorgeous. I don't know what color I would want yet. A cream would be beautiful. I do love the black, but I don't really love knitting in black just because you can't see the stitches as well, and I find that it's harder to appreciate all of the stitch definition and see all the details in black. So I do like to knit with lighter colors a lot of the time, lighter than black anyways, just so I can appreciate all of the time and work that is put into it. Okay, another one that I found just the other day is called Boho Soul, and this is used a worsted Pima cotton, and this is right up my alley as far as style goes. This is by Annie Lupton of the, I think she's Boho Chic Fiber Co. It uses a US 5 3.75 millimeter needle, and it's just gorgeous lacy long cardigan that you can pair over dresses with shorts, pants. Like, I think it would look amazing in any type of outfit, but this one spoke to me. Like, I love this kind of style. I love the detailing on the hem of the sleeves. It's got like a scalloped edge, and it is just gorgeous. And yeah, I'm looking down here, my iPad's down here where I'm looking at all of these patterns on Ravelry right now. Yeah, this one, it kind of reminded me of, so Rebecca Clow from Crea Bea recently came out with the Corin cardigan, as I'm sure a lot of you have seen, which is the cotton lace cardigan, or not necessarily cotton, but a lot of people knitted their versions in cotton. And this one kind of reminded me of that, being that it's all over lace knit in cotton, but it's kind of like a boho version of it, even though this came out first, but a boho-y version of that with some like lace detailing, and it's a little bit more flowy. I want to get these on my needles immediately. I'm obsessed with this. I have to wear it. I have to have this in my closet, you guys. Like, it's happening. I want it to happen this summer. This does call, like I said, for worsted Pima cotton, so I would love to use the Sadness Garn Lena, I believe, is a worsted weight, and I believe it has cotton in it. They have lovely colors to choose from. A lot of them are like muted, dusty tones, which would just go well with so many things if you're making like a layering piece like this. They have a really beautiful like cream that I would love to knit it in, but then like it's so tempting to go with color as well. But since this is a piece that you do want to, like, you are going to be wearing over things, I think it'd be smartest to do a more neutral color so I can just pair it well with basically everything in my wardrobe. Okay, now I'm just scrolling through here on my Ravelry page, trying to pick out the next one that I want to talk about. Oh, and I don't believe I mentioned this, but I will link my Ravelry account down below so you can see all of these items and a lot more other items too that I have saved. Okay, let's go with the Vacation Vest. This is by Park and Knit, Park Williams. This is a newly released pattern, just released in April of this year. Super gorgeous, simple, perfect summer knit in my opinion. It's with worsted weight cotton as well. So if I were to knit this, I would go with the Sadness Garn Lena again, and probably do a more fun color, since I would have to do a neutral color for the pattern we just spoke about. This uses US 8 5mm and US 7 4.5mm. So I'm thinking it would be a pretty quick knit. It's just so simple and pretty. I love the two little buttons that go down this vest. It's just, I don't know what else to say other than I think it would be the perfect piece to pair with everything in my wardrobe. Dresses, skirts, shorts, pants, everything. And it could be a layering piece too, which I love. You can put it over like long sleeves in the winter, wear it on its own in the summer. I really love this one. I think you could do a lot of customization with this one too, since it is just a simple vest. You could add in stripes, you could add in eyelets and different lace patterns if you wanted to, and there's just a lot of room for customization in my opinion. I think if I were to make this, I would just go straight off pattern for the first one. And then if I really liked it and want to make another one, I think I would try and play around a little bit and maybe add some eyelets in there to give it a really breezy feel that I could layer over many pieces. Okay, now, what's another one I can pick here? Ooh, yes. The Summer Picnic Socks by This Handmade Life. 1 second, gotta take a drink here. These are so gorgeous, and I really want to try these ones because I think it would be a good challenge for me. I have done color work only once before, however, it was in mosaic knitting. So you'll see this beauty back here, the Pressed Flowers by Amy Christoffers. This is the shawl version. That is the only color work I've done with my knitting, and I think that this would be a perfect way to get into color work. As you can see, it's got that like gingham style or gingham pattern for the color work, and it's a shorty sock. It's only on the foot of the sock. It's 2 colors. Correct me if I'm wrong. I'm not very like well versed in color work or Fair Isle or anything, but I'm thinking that this could be a good beginner colorwork pattern for myself, and what am I trying to say? This just screams summer to me. Like, well, it's called summer picnic socks, but they are so adorable. I love the color that they're in. Of course, this uses fingering weight yarn, calls for US 1.5, 2.5 millimeter, and 300 to 400 yards. I think this would be a really fun little summer sock to wear, and I'm trying to think of the color combination that I would want. I think a blue and white would be really cute. Of course, I love this pink as well. I don't know. I'm gonna have to think about that, but if you've seen some of my past episodes, you'll know that I am quickly becoming obsessed with sock knitting. I'm expanding my horizons past the vanilla sock pattern now, and I'm really loving using socks as a great palette cleanser for knitting in between the bigger projects, in between the garment knitting that I have been doing lately. So I am constantly now looking for different fun sock patterns to get into. So I'm very excited about this one. Again, this is by This Handmade Life, and I am currently knitting up her Wildflower and Honeybee, I believe it's called, sock pattern. It's my first time knitting any of her patterns, and I'm loving it so far. The socks are coming up so cute and pretty fast too. Yeah, I want to cast these on immediately. I've also mentioned before that I want to do a lot of sock knitting for gift knits this year. So I think these ones would be a great gift to give to someone, especially if their birthday is in the summer months. I think that'd be adorable. My sister's birthday is in the summer. My mom's birthday is in the summer. Of course, there's also Mother's Day coming up. So I would love to get these on my needles fairly soon. I would like to finish the current Handmade Life sock that I'm knitting before I start these ones, but hopefully I can start those soon and have some to show for you guys in the next couple episodes. That will keep me accountable, hopefully, but things do change and things come up, so we'll see. All right. Okay, I have to share this one. This is, which one do I want to choose? We will go with Teeny Tiny Bunny. This is just the cutest thing I've ever seen. It's by Claire Garland. A lot of people have been knitting up those tiny frogs with their little dungarees, and they are adorable. I have a little niece, and she loves anything I make her. I've made her a couple of little stuffed animals before, and I have to make her this. This is just the cutest thing I've ever seen. Teeny Tiny Bunny. Oh my god. It's used DK weight yarn and US 3 3.25 millimeters. Needles. She suggests using Drops Kid Silk and Drops Sky, so pretty affordable. It's tiny, it only uses about 70 to 75 yards. I think this would be another great palette cleanser project in between the garment knitting. And God, I think I even want to knit some for myself. They're just that cute. And this designer, Claire, she has a lot of other adorable animals to choose from. She's got squirrels. I believe she has little birds and puppies she even has larger bunnies. You can make a mama bunny and then a baby or mama rabbit and then a bunny. She's got these heritage carrots that go with the bunny. If I can find them. Yeah. Oh my god. These heritage carrots. This uses sport weight 3.5 millimeter needles, and you only need 20 to 25 yards. And these carrots are so dang cute. She says it's a perfect stash buster, and yes, if you have any carrot color yarn in your stash, this would be perfect for it. Each carrot measures about 4 inches long, but I thought obviously to go along with the little bunny would be adorable, but we did just have Easter, and I thought how cute would these carrots be strung in a garland above, on your window or wherever, your banister, fireplace, mantle. at Easter time to have some carrots that you've like handmade, hand knit. It's so, so cute. And also with younger kids and toddlers, I believe it's good for them too to have like those plush toys. I think maybe it might be like a Montessori thing. I'm not sure. I'm not positive on that. But I know my niece, she has all of the stuffed like garden vegetables and fruits and different things like that. So I think it would be so fun to knit her up a couple of these carrots too if I gave her a bunny. Okay, that's it for the stuffed animals and the toy section of all of this. We'll get into another garment now. I'm just trying to decide here which one I would like to show and which one I'm really excited about. Found it. Okay, this is called Pure Tea by Chris Berlin. Yeah, this one is just, I think, so flattering. It's made with ribbing and different like increases and decreases, I'm thinking, to give it this really flattering shape and like different illusions, I guess, of just like creating a beautiful silhouette on everyone. It uses US 2.75 millimeter needles, and it calls for a light fingering yarn. People have done this in a tee version, like a longer tee and a solid tank top. And like in every body shape, I just think this looks amazing on everybody. It is so gorgeous. I love it. It's got the shaping at the front and the back where like these lines curve in at your waist and then just above here, like by your collarbone. Yeah, I just think this is a really classic, beautiful, classy piece to have in your wardrobe. One that I would want in probably more of a neutral color so I could layer fun things over top like this, which I never mentioned. It is my Sophie Shawl by Petite Knit. I knit this with Serdar Snuggly DK in the colorway Tawny. Okay, so yeah, this one I came across just the other day as well. Fell in love with it. I just thought that it's like simple enough but still has some beautiful design elements that create, like, elevates your more like basic tank top or shirt that you would normally wear. Yeah, I would love to cast this on soon, but I'm trying to think if I would want the tank top version or the tee version. I do love a good tee. I don't know. We'll see about that one. I'll give that one some more thought before I jump in and cast that one on. Okay, let's look at another one here. Next we have the Chaton, I believe. I'm probably not saying that correctly, but it's by Amélie Louise, and this is a DK weight sweater. Uses US 6 4.4 millimeter and US 2.5 3 millimeter needle size. I was really drawn to this sweater because of the beautiful little eyelet pattern in it, and also the huge balloon sleeves, and then the tight, what do you call these? Cuffs, the tight arm cuffs. It just looks really like easy breezy summer sweater with the eyelets. It hopefully like you get some breathability in there, and it's just nice and airy. I don't like sweaters to have like too much tightness on the underarms, so I like how it's got some positive ease on both of like the body and the arms, but does cinch in here and at the waist to kind of give it more of a shape. I love this style. I love wearing sleeves like this. I thought this would be perfect in my wardrobe. It just looks so airy and beautiful. Let's see what kind of yarn this was knit with. So they use them, let's see, it was a blend of alpaca, silk, and linen. So the alpaca would give it a beautiful drape. I think that would be important for a top like this so it doesn't look too structured. You would definitely just want a really beautiful drape. So with the balloon sleeves, it sits nicely. And then once it gets stitched in at the waist too, you would want that drape. And then the silk, of course, and the linen would also just give it a beautiful feel. I think with that combination, it would be a nice light spring / late summer sweater for the evening time. I love this. I don't know when I would want to cast this on, but definitely sooner rather than later, maybe more in the fall, just because I'm really caught up in these summer spring knits at the moment. But I think this one is gorgeous. It's caught my eye immediately. I thought it was dainty and feminine, and one that I would love to have in my wardrobe. Okay, the next one that is on my favorited list is the Honey Bee Tee by This Bird Knits. And this is a circular yoke top, and it's just really light, airy, and it looks like you can do a lot of different versions of it. It uses US 7 4.5 millimeter and US 9 5.5 millimeter needles, and it calls for a light fingering yarn. This one just looks like an easy breezy summer top that I'm dying to wear. In this, they have like a really light mossy green color top, and I just think it looks gorgeous. I want this in my wardrobe so badly, and I've actually never knit a circular yoke yet, so I think that this would be a good one to try. It's got just like really simple eyelet detailing around the yoke, so I think this would be a good one to dip my toes in for circular yoke knitting. And yeah, it's light fingering, so it could be perfect for summer. What else can I say about this? It's got an I-cord finishing for the top. The sample is in a cotton wool blend, 75 cotton, 25% wool. So I think you could use a lot of different kinds. I probably would love to do like 100% cotton or a cotton linen blend. I love wearing that. I love working with it. I am quite sensitive to wools, and being that this would be a summer knit for me, I think a cotton linen against the bare skin, if I'm just wearing a bralette under it, would be the perfect option for me. I would love to cast that on fairly soon. But again, I'm saying I want to cast on all these things, and we only have so much time, and I also have these other projects on the go. So again, we'll see what actually gets knit up, but it's a plan. Okay. I think I'll pick one more here. I just gotta decide. Gotta decide out of all of these amazing patterns. Okay. I'm going to go with the Lantana by Marisette C. This one is very unique, I think. It's DK weight yarn. It came out quite a while ago, so maybe some of you have seen this one or some of these other patterns before. Apologies for that, but again, these are ones that I've just stumbled upon and were really drawn to. So this one being one of them, it's got the scalloped edges along the side of the cardigan. I did read on the projects that some people had difficulty with the edge of the scallop like rolling in, so while you're wearing it you didn't actually see the detailing of all the scallops, but some people didn't have that problem, so I don't know if it had to do with the type of yarn that some people chose or just the way they blocked it maybe. I'm not sure, so that's something to be aware of if you wanted to make this. It's a DK plus lace for a bulky weight is what they used for the sample here. They used Katia Kana and Katia Silk Mohair for this pattern in the sample. I just think it's really beautiful. Again, it's kind of got like a spring feel with the scalloped edges. It's really dainty and feminine and just simple, yet like just enough detail to give it a lot of interest, I think. This one I would love to have in my wardrobe. I don't see myself casting on anytime soon, being that it is bulkier weight and we're heading into spring and summer, even though I do wear a lot of warmer sweaters still, like being that bulky one behind me. I wear that as a jacket almost every day and it's perfect, but I'm just really into the summer knits right now. But I did want to share this one because I think it's gorgeous and beautiful and understated, but in the best way, and one that I hope to try out in the future, maybe come this fall. I'm not too sure, but we will see. And I think I will end it there for all of these patterns on my Ravelry favorited page. I hope you enjoyed them. Hopefully some of these patterns you hadn't seen before and maybe gave you some ideas. I've been doing a lot of knitting lately. Hopefully next week I'll have another podcast style for you all and we can go through the whips, finished objects, and any acquisitions if I have any. I do have a test knit that I need to get working on today, and I'm finishing up a pair of socks for my boyfriend. I'm in the middle of socks for myself. What else am I working on? I'm working on my Farfa top by the Knit Pearl Girl. I got a lot of that done over the weekend. And yeah, that's about it, I think. I haven't been doing too much of anything else other than knitting, so there's not much else to share with you guys. I hope to kind of get into my other hobbies fairly soon. But again, I've just, been feeling low energy, and when I feel this way, I get a lot of knitting done. I have to keep my hands busy or else I go crazy. So what you'll be seeing is probably just a lot of knitting coming up, which I'm okay with. I hope you're okay with that. And if anything changes, I'll be sure to bring you all along to show you if I have any sewing progress, any eco dye, any stained glass, any lino print, any of that stuff. I'll be sure to take you all along on that. Yeah, I hope you guys all enjoyed and have a beautiful day. If you liked this video, please consider commenting, liking, or subscribing if you haven't already, and I will see you all next week. Bye!